said I wish I had Obama's teleprompter right now, because I haven't memorized this. But for those of you who don't know me, my name is Mourton.
Everybody knows you.
And I am the proud mother of the groom. And the Barkers and I would like to wish all of you a big Texas welcome. And we thank you so much for being here tonight to share in this special evening with us. A special thank you to the venue. I think they've done a great job. Risky's Barbecue, I think the food was great. 3 fools on 3 stools, you're amazing. Thank you for helping make our party special. You know, tonight officially kicks off the weekend celebration for Aaron and Mike. And you've traveled from all over the country and throughout the state of Texas to be here. And we're just so excited to get it started. As some of you know, Mike and Aaron got engaged in Orange County, California, at Lake Forest to be exact. And that is where our family lived before we moved to Texas. And Mike was going into 6th grade. And I was thinking about it, that had we not made that decision to transfer with our company, Mike would not have ended up at Texas Tech. And I don't think we would be here tonight celebrating Aaron and Mike's marriage. So it must have been fate. You know, I moved back to California, so last September, Aaron thought she was coming with the twins to visit Daniel and me at our lake home in Lake Forest, California. Little did she know she was about to become engaged. Aaron's immediate family was flying out to be part of the surprise, and Mike had every detail planned out. There must have been 200 phone calls back and forth, making sure that every detail was in place. He had invited Aaron's parents to fly out to be part of the surprise. He had the ring hidden on the boat inside the refrigerator. He moved the table so there was room for him to get down on bended knee. He even had a box of Kleenex on board. Now, while he's out on the lake proposing, and he had a specific spot on the lake in mind that had special significance to him growing up. So while he was out on the lake proposing, Nick now was running off to the hotel to get Aaron's family, and then texting Mike to let him know, okay, everyone's in place, it's safe to come back to the house. So of course she was crying. There was even a box of Kleenex on board, Mike, which was appropriate. Aaron was crying, she gets off the boat. She wants to run into the house to get her phone to call her parents. And you just can imagine her surprise when she walked in and they were there. And I mean, there were tears and hugs and champagne, and we had a fabulous time. And it was very special to be part of that moment. It was also the first time that we met Aaron's family. And there was barely time to even say hello. But we were not strangers for long. The next evening, my niece and her husband threw an engagement party to celebrate the good news and to introduce the Barkers to Mike's California clan. And he was so nervous. He was so afraid of overwhelming his future in-laws. And I asked him, you know, what's the big deal? I mean, why is meeting 26 members of our big fat Greek family at once so overwhelming? I told him, come on, Mike, there's not going to be any lamb roasting on the front guard. We're not going to be pouring ouzo shots down their throats. Just chill about it. It's going to be fine. So we decided to go all in, and so did they. And we had a fantastic weekend that I don't think any of us will ever forget. Now, the celebrations have continued all year. It's just unbelievable the amount of support that we've had from friends and from family, running errands, tying bags, just doing whatever we needed to make this special. And there's a big thank you to all of you who participated. They're close friends. Threw them a wonderful couples shower in Dallas. Our California family hosted a fabulous event at my brother and sister-in-law's home just a couple months ago. And both Texas families got a chance to meet when we attended another beautiful shower thrown by Aaron's family at the Mueller home in San Antonio. They wined and dined us the whole weekend, and we all had an amazing time getting to know each other. And we really left there thinking, what a terrific family. And then there is Aaron. Richie, I'm not going to lose this bet. And then there's Aaron, our beautiful bride-to-be. We all loved you from the very first. From the very first. And we knew immediately that you would be the genuine, loving, and supportive partner any mother could wish for her son. My sister said that first Thanksgiving that you went with Mike, that you were really a keeper. You just rolled up your sleeves and you dug in there and started doing dishes with everybody. And you just fit right in from the very beginning. And it's clear that your mother taught you well. You and your parents have been so amazing, including me in everything from the planning and the excitement. Erin took me to see her dress, and I don't have a daughter, so this has been very, very special for me, and it's been wonderful, and I appreciate you including me. Now, tomorrow, Erin, you're going to become Mrs. Michael Mourton, and I don't know if you know this or not, but Mike actually had 2 birth certificates. Bruce and I first named him Christopher Michael, but after a few subtle hints from family members who shall remain anonymous, we changed his name to Michael Christopher a week later after my father. We called my dad to tell him the news, and he was really excited. But Bruce told him, it's very clear the name Mourton is non-negotiable. There was also some speculation that I mixed them up when they first came home because I removed their armbands before realizing how hard it was to tell them apart. So, Aaron, you know, you could be marrying Nick and Mike is the best man. I guess you know, wouldn't it be funny after all these years of them switching places, and you all know what I mean, that it was actually true? I mean, at graduation, they walked the stage when the other's name was called. I know for a fact that Mike enlisted Nick's help on a few tests in college. But Mike has been a very fun, imaginative kid all his life, always instigating events and new projects, tearing things apart, sometimes putting them back together again, if it holds his interest long enough. But he was always an entrepreneur at heart, and so was Nick. The first business I recall them starting was Mike and Nick's lawn mowing service. When they were about 8 years old, they were always tinkering in the garage with their dad, and they bought this old motor at some garage sale, and they decided they were going to turn it into a power lawnmower. It actually worked. They took it apart, put it together. The next thing you know, there's signs all over the neighborhood promoting their new business venture. And so I guess that was the start of the Mourton Brothers business partnership all those years ago. You know, preparing for tonight, it was very difficult to distinguish a memory that didn't involve the 2 of you. And Aaron, I know you think the same thing. Get used to it. I don't think anytime soon. Oh boy. But what makes you so special and smart, Aaron, is that how easily you embraced Mike's relationship with his brothers. and you ended up becoming the sister they never had. And you, Mike, ever since you were a little boy, you were always such a good guy. You think nothing of giving away your favorite toy to some kid on the street, or asking a new kid on the block to come play with your friends. And I think that's why you always had so many of them. You're always willing to lend somebody a hand, and I really admire that about you. You've been a great son to me. You always keep in touch. You were also there for your dad as well. So I already know what an amazing husband and father you're going to be. You also had a great role model growing up. And I know your dad was as proud of you as I am. And he is with us tonight in thought and spirit. And he did have the chance to see what a terrific young man you turned into. So Aaron and Mike, may you have a long and happy life together, filled with lots of laughter and love. And there's an old expression, paybacks are a bitch. So be prepared to have your children spill their milk at every meal and use the contents of their diapers to finger paint on your walls. I love you and congratulations.